Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join Lakin Hemsley, Miss Provo 2017, and our 2018 Little Misses as we all join in singing our national anthem.
Stand up on the line. Ready?
Please repeat the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the audience please be seated? Welcome to the 2018 Miss Provo Scholarship Pageant. Let's give a warm welcome to Provo's first female mayor, Michelle Kafusi.
Welcome to our beautiful city of Provo. This is the first time I've had the opportunity to be here for the Miss Provo pageant in this capacity. My sisters and my nieces have all been actively engaged in the pageant circuit, so I kind of feel like I know a little bit, but it's an amazing program and takes endless hours and patience from the parents and the families and support. So thank you to all the families and parents that have come out tonight and to support. I get the privilege of, well, they actually asked if I would like to MC this, and I said, I would, no, I don't want to ruin it for you. So they got the most perfect person to do it, which is my little nephew, and I guess he's not little, he's like 6'5", but my nephew, Landon Took, he is my oldest sister, Kathy's son, and Landon got brought into the pageant world because his sister Carly, I'm sure if you're in the pageant world, you know Carly Condi. I have to think of her married name. It's only been about 15 years. But brought him in to help with judging. And Landon is, I just can't say enough. First of all, he was my first nephew or niece, period. So he's #1 in Golden, just for that reason alone. He's kind, he's personable, he's genuine, and very educated and smart, and knows just the right thing to say at the right time. So without further ado, let me bring my nephew Landon Took out.
Well, good evening, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here with you tonight. I love the Miss America organization very, very much. I've been a part of this family for a long time, and I've seen it change the lives for the better for many, many young women. And the Miss Provo organization is also amazing. I've been a judge here. I have been to this pageant many times, and they have a very well put together program. And so thank you for your attendance this evening. Thank you for being here. It really means a lot, your community support and supporting these girls who've worked so very hard. It is very impressive. And being here for rehearsals and everything, it's been so fun to watch how amazing they are and how much they've really invested and how big a part of their lives this has become. This really helps them to become better people and better contributors to the community, and it just carries on for the rest of their lives and so on. So I'm proud to be part of this wonderful experience with you tonight. So let's go ahead and get started. And like, as you can see, welcome to The Greatest Show. If you haven't seen The Greatest Show movie, you will get a taste of it tonight. I know it's one of my family favorites. And here we go in the process of naming our new Miss Provo 2018. Let's go ahead now and please welcome the current Miss Provo, Lakin Hemsley, and the 2018 Miss Provo contestants.
Please welcome your Miss Provo 2018 contestants. Contestant number 1, Cassie Evelyn. Contestant number 2, Emily Roberts. Contestant number 3, Marin Klein. Contestant number 4, Samantha Paredes. Contestant number 5, Natalie Wixom. Contestant number 6, Julia De Silva. Contestant number 7, Arlene Pasquale. Contestant number 8, Andrea Nielsen. Contestant number 9, Era Giro. Please welcome to the stage your Miss Provo 2017, Lakin Hemsley.
All right, what a great way to start the evening. These girls are amazing. Let's give them another round of applause. Great job, ladies. I can tell this is going to be a great pageant tonight. You have come to the best event in Provo this evening. As a role model for women, Miss Provo has to be well-spoken. She has to be concerned with issues facing our nation. Participation in the Miss America organization empowers young women to achieve their personal and professional goals, while providing a forum to use their talents and intelligence to achieve a platform dedicated to making a difference in the lives of other people. Lakin Hemsley is the daughter of Lance and Laurie Hemsley, and they are from Preston, Idaho. For Lakin, everything begins and ends with family. The youngest of 4 children and the aunt of 8, family is what makes her heart happiest. It was with her family that she learned how to walk, study, sing, dance, play the violin, and piano, how to run, ski, hike, play, and pray, all with family. Lakin earned her associate's degree in science from Utah State University in preparation for acceptance to Fortis College, where she recently graduated as a registered dental hygienist. Lakin thrives off service and has had a wonderful memory serving from her younger days as a candy striper, continuing to full-time missionary service for her church, volunteering at the VA hospital, and now to where she has spent countless hours on her platform titled Something to Smile About. Now let's meet a very dynamic and talented young woman, one who has really made a difference in her community and has done a superb job this past year serving as Miss Provo. Let's go ahead and bring her on out, everyone. Lakin Hemsley, Miss Provo 2017.
Thank you so much, Landon. It's a pleasure to be with you. I remember a year ago, when I was a contestant, you're scared, excited, nervous, all at the same time. So tonight, the contestants competing for Miss Provo will be judged in 5 categories. The first is private interview, held earlier today and is worth 25% of our overall score. The talent category makes up 30% of the total score. Evening wear is 15%, lifestyle and fitness and swimsuit counts for 10%, and the onstage question is worth 20%.
Very good. Let's go ahead now and introduce our wonderful judges for this evening, those making the important decisions. With judge number 1, we have Nikki Lemon. Nikki was, and after we finish your bio, please stand and say hi to the crowd. Nikki was born and raised in Vernal, Utah. She was chosen to be a member of the United Spirit Association dance drill staff and spent 5 years traveling and working with amazing choreographers and dancers from around the world, such as Paula Abdul, Bobby Brown, and even Bruno Mars. She attended Utah State University, where she studied biology and dance. She has served on many civic committees and loves being involved in her community. She currently owns a company called Storied and is the host of a podcast where she interviews amazing women from all over the world who have inspiring stories to tell. Please welcome judge number 1, Nikki Lemon.
Judge number 2 is David Christiansen. David and his wife, Jolene, reside in Bountiful, Utah, and he is the proud father of 5 children and the loving grandfather of 7 grandchildren. He is a BYU graduate and has worked for NBC, CBS, and Clear Channel Media. David has been involved with coaching and assisting individuals whom have performed recently on America's Got Talent and American Idol. David has conducted clinics on interviewing skill and held mock interviews with several organizations and assisting women in the preparation for scholarship opportunities. Please welcome David Christiansen.
Judge number 3 is Veronica Gergich. Veronica has been involved with the Miss America organization for over 25 years. She has served on the West Valley, Taylorsville City, and Miss Salt Lake County royalties. She was Miss Murray in 1995 and competed in Miss Utah that same year. She started dancing at the age of 3 and has extensive training in all types of dance, including lyrical, jazz, and ballet. Veronica resides in Tooele County with her husband Brian and their 2 children. Please welcome judge number 3, Veronica Gergich.
Judge number 4 is Lindsay Clark. Lindsay was born and raised here in Provo, Utah. She attended Provo High, where she received the award of Sterling Scholar in Dance. After high school, she attended BYU, where she was a BYU Cougarette and won the NDA National Championship. After graduating from BYU with a degree in sociology, Lindsay performed with several professional dance companies. She is married to Jesse Clark, also of Provo, and they have 7 awesome children. Please welcome Lindsay Clark.
And judge number 5 is Jolie Carroll. Jolie was born and raised in the beautiful Midway Valley. In high school, she was voted top vocalist her senior year and served as first attendant to Miss Wasatch. Jolie has a love for musical theater and has performed roles in Oklahoma and in 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. Most recently, she served as the Miss American Fork director for 3 years. Jolie now resides in American Fork, Utah with her husband and 4 little boys. That's a house full. She enjoys working in the pageant world, coaching, and as a private voice teacher. Please welcome our final judge, Jolie Carroll. Thank you so much, judges, for volunteering your time, your entire days to do this with us today. This is a very important cause, and we love having you with us, so thank you.
We would also like to recognize our auditors this evening. They are Bruce and Laura Everingham from the Office of the Official Auditors for the Miss Utah Pageant. Thank you for coming every year to support our pageant. We are very grateful for their time and expertise. Please welcome Bruce and Laura Everingham.
All right, earlier, each contestant had a private interview with the judges. That interview counts for 25% of her score. Judges will score each contestant on a scale of 1 to 10 in each phase, and the high and low scores for each contestant will be discarded in each phase of competition.
So, Landon, we've met the contestants, we've met the judges, so let's get started with the first phase of competition, which is lifestyle and fitness in swimwear. This competition is designed to see how well the contestants maintain a lifestyle of good physical, emotional, and intellectual health. The contestant's sense of confidence and presence, as well as her drive, energy, charisma, and composure, are to be considered. This portion of the competition accounts for 10% of the overall score.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. Please welcome contestant number 1, Cassie Evelyn. Thank you, contestant number 1, Cassie Evelyn.
Contestant number 2 is Emily Roberts. Thank you, Emily.
Contestant number 3 is Maren Klein. Thank you, Maren Klein. Contestant number 3.
Contestant number 4, Samantha Paredes. Thanks, Samantha.
Contestant number 5, Natalie Wixom. Thank you, Natalie.
Contestant number 6, Julia da Silva.
Contestant number 7, Arlene Pasquale. Thank you, Arlene.
number 8, Andrea Nilsson. Thank you, Andrea.
Contestant number 9, Era Jerome. Thank you, Era.
And thank you, contestants. Let's all give them another round of applause.
All right, can we please have the lights house up? Thank you. Very good.
He said lights house, but it's
Lights
house lights.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Thank you. And that's why we do this
Yeah,
together.
I know. I
It's
got you.
teamwork here. All right, we would like this evening to recognize our mayor, Michelle Kafusi, my aunt, so lucky, Mayor of Provo, and her husband, Steve Kafusi, and the support, and I'd like to thank them and the support from the Provo City Council. Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for all of your support for this organization. Let's go and give them a round of applause. Also, under the direction of Jean Hatch, the Miss Utah organization is one of the largest programs in the Miss America pageant system. I think that's pretty impressive. Could we please have the members of the Miss Utah board who are with us tonight please stand? If there's anyone. It is pageant season. We would like to thank all of the members on the board in the Miss Utah pageant organization right now. They are so supportive and they give so much service to make events like this happen and be successful. It is a wonderful program, and thank you so very much. Also, if there are any former Miss Provos or Miss Liberty Bells in the audience this evening, would you please stand up at this time? All right. Thank you so much for being here supporting this program. We are grateful for your service and all you've done for Provo. Also, are there any current title holders from throughout the state of Utah with us tonight? By chance. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Thank you so much for being here and supporting the Miss Provo organization. We have an amazing Miss Provo Scholarship Committee. Some of them are in the audience right now, and some of them are backstage. Will the committee members please stand and let us thank you at this time? Don't be shy. Just so you know, this committee has spent countless hours helping these young women this evening that you'll be seeing prepare for this competition, as well as help them acquire donations to support this event. They are all volunteers. So please check out the committee page in your program. Wonderful program, by the way. And tell them thanks if you get the chance. They have done a fantastic job this year, and so one last time, let's give them a round of applause.
Next, we would like to thank some of our major scholarship sponsors: Provo City, the Acadia School of Aesthetics, Taylor Andrews Academy of Hair Design, Goldsmith Jewelers, Sierra West Jewelers, Revivology, Alexander's, True Fru, which you can now find at Costco in the freezer section, and one of my personal favorites, Crumble. Thank you so much for their generous sponsorship of the Miss Provo pageant this year. We are very grateful for their continued support. This pageant would not be possible without them. Please look in your program for all our other generous sponsors, and please support their businesses and tell them you saw their advertisement here in the Miss Provo pageant program. And please thank them for their sponsorships.
So, Lakin, guess what I did today?
What?
Guess what I tried for the first time?
A crumble cookie.
A crumble cookie.
How was it?
They're good.
Yeah?
They're huge.
What kind did you get?
Chocolate chip. I got every kind
Every kind.
to try out, just to make sure I knew how good they were.
And they're good.
They're really good, but they're so big. That big.
6-ounce cookies, peeps. That's all I'm saying.
Too big. No, they're good. All right, now it's time for the talent competition of the evening, which accounts for 30% of the total points awarded tonight. The Miss America pageant has been a launching pad for many successful careers in show business and other facets in the entertainment industry. Former contestants can be seen on everyday television network, in primetime shows, and on daytime dramas and on Broadway. And let's not forget, it all starts on a stage somewhere in America, just like this one tonight.
In this phase of competition, the judges will be looking for each contestant's interpretive ability, her preparedness and technical skill and stage presence. In addition, the judges take into account the totality of all elements, including costume, props, voice, choreography, etc.
And before we get started, we would like to thank the staff and crew of the Covey Center. Thank you, Pam, Spencer, Jessica, Paul, etc., all the crew. They have been here the entire time as we prepared and are making this event what it is, amazing. We're very grateful for them, so thank you for all of you do, all of your professional work. We love it here because you guys make it so good, and let's please give them a round of applause. This couldn't happen without you guys. And on that note, let us begin the talent portion of the pageant.
Contestant number 1, Cassie Evelyn. Cassie loves singing. She has sung in BYU Women's Chorus, plus also sings solo. When Cassie practices at home, pretty soon her whole family ends up singing the same songs too. Cassie shares her talent with everyone. One of her favorite places to sing is at the assisted living center where she works. Now all the residents ask her to serenade them in the dining room. Tonight, Cassie will be singing a song from the new Disney Cinderella called Strong. She chose this song to encourage all of you to have courage and be kind. She truly believes that we are who determine our own destiny. Please welcome contestant number 1, Cassie Evelyn.
When once upon a time, in story and in rhyme, a moment you can shine and wear your own crown. Be the one that rescues you through the clouds. You'll see the blue. Trust in your heart, your soul shines forever and ever. Hold fast to kindness, your light shines forever and ever. I believe in you and in me. We are strong. A bird all alone on the wind can still be strong and sing. Trust in your heart and your soul shines forever and ever. Hold fast to kindness, your light shines forever and ever. I believe in you and in me. We are strong.
Next contestant number 2 is Emily Roberts. She will perform a theatrical performance dedicated to highlight and honor the diverse world which we currently live in, as well as celebrate different cultures and languages. Emily has always loved studying foreign dialects and wrote this monologue herself to showcase the many different accents she has loved learning. Please welcome contestant number 2, Emily Roberts.
Hey, I've got some quirky talents, and it's not like it's my choice, but one of them is writing, and the other is voice. And I've got some favorite accents, and this first one goes to Dad. That Oklahoma drawlin' was the first I ever had. In Oklahoma, we talk gentle, with a little bit of drawl. So howdy from the Okie folks, it's nice to be with y'all. That southern accent's stronger the further you go down south. From Tennessee to Alabama, it can range from mouth to mouth. I've never been to Brooklyn, but I like the way they talk. You get your coffee around the corner, you take your dogs out for a walk. And somewhere in my ancestry, there's Scottish roots, no doubt. This accent's easier getting in than it is trying to get out. Folks think it sounds like Irish, but it doesn't sound the same. Irish has a tighter sound and a completely different name. Ireland talks controlled and clear, whereas right across the sea, the French accent is different from Versailles to Paris. One of my pet peeves, and this is easy to detect. If you're trying to speak British, please pick a dialect. London is more forward than the Yorkshire that's up north. Yorkshire has a longer presence, so you can't switch back and forth. Heaven knows us Utah folks have got some slang to sling. I come from a part of Utah where mountain is a thing. There are so many accents, and I wish we had more time, but those are all my favorites, and I put them all to rhyme.
Thanks, Emily. Contestant number 3 is Marin Klein. Marin fell in love with performing before she could walk. She is minoring in harp and is an accomplished harpist, pianist, and is classically trained in opera. She was the Woods Cross High School Sterling Scholar for vocal performance and chosen soloist for the National Honor Choir at Carnegie Hall in New York City. A few years ago, Marin went to Malaga, Spain, and fell in love with flamenco music. Tonight, Marin will perform her own arrangement of the Baroque Flamenco by Deborah Hansen Conant. Listen for the sound of the guitar, the percussive hill, movement of the dancer, and the melodic line of the singer as Marin embodies the flamenco style through her performance on the harp. Please welcome Marin Klein.
We are back. The show is still going on, we promise. We will circle back to contestant number 3 in momentarily, and for now, move on to contestant number 4. Judges, please make a note.
Let's tell you, her string popped as they were rolling it out, so they're gonna fix it.
All right. Well, while we make that change, let us introduce contestant number 4 and her talent. Contestant number 4 is Samantha Paredes. Samantha has been singing since before she could talk. It's her lifelong dream to be a singer and to play Christine in The Phantom of the Opera on Broadway. In February, she was invited to participate in a program called Honors Performance Series, a performance at Carnegie Hall, with a choir of singers from all around the world. This July, she will continue participating in the program, performing at the Sydney Opera House. Tonight, she will be singing to us Diva Dance from The Fifth Element. Let us now please welcome contestant number 4, Samantha Paredes.
All I know is I want to hear Landon try to go that high. So. Are we moving on or going
Yeah, let's move on.
All right. Contestant number 5 is Natalie Wixom. Natalie has enjoyed singing throughout her entire life. She began singing at a young age and participated in choir for many years. In high school, Natalie was a member of the Salem Hills Singers, the school's elite chamber choir. Singing has allowed Natalie to perform in many beautiful places throughout the West. Tonight, Natalie will be sharing her rendition of Don't Forget Me from the American drama series, Smash. Natalie Wixom.
If you see someone's hurt and in need of a hand, don't forget me. Or hear a melody crying from some baby grand, you don't forget me. When you sing happy birthday to someone you love, or say diamonds you wish were all free, please say that you won't. I pray that you don't forget me. There are some in this world who have strength of their own, never broken or need of repair. But there are some born to shine who can't do it alone. So protect them and take special care. Take care. Look to the heavens with someone you love, and the light shining bright from afar. Hope you see my face there, and then offer a prayer. And please let me be the star.
All right, very good. I'd like to make a note to the program for the audience and the judges, especially with contestant number 3. We will hear her talent at the end of the rest of the contestants. So get ready. And our next contestant is number 6, Julia Da Silva. Julia moved to Provo from Sao Paulo, Brazil 2 years ago. The transition was lonely, and she wondered if there was such a thing as the American dream. Pushing herself to adapt to a new environment was a challenge. The desperation was constant. The days consisted of a long and busy schedule aiming to help her get where everyone else but her seemed to be. The moments late at night when she had no energy but to curl up in her bed in the dark room were countless. In this piece, Julia shares how she felt having to let everything she knew back home and loved go and become a memory while trying to keep her promise to live her life in the most amazing way possible. Julia will be performing a lyrical dance this evening titled Falling Apart by Michael Schultz. Please welcome Julia da Silva, contestant number 6.
I'm sleepless for a weekend, so I start to say goodbye to all that we had, say goodbye to what we lost. Oh, if we don't talk, we're not enough, and the storm slowly arrives, when the light turns and the cold times rise. And we were running out through the storm, through the night. We were running in the dark. We were following our hearts, and we would fall down, and we would slowly fall apart. We would slowly fall into the dark. Cold times rise, and the cold times rise. And we were running out through the storm, through the night. We were running in the dark. We were following our hearts, and we would fall down, and we would slowly fall apart. We would slowly fall into the dark.
Thank you, Julia. Next up, we have contestant number 7, Arlene Pasquale. Dancing has easily become one of Arlene's go-to stress relievers over the years. The fun rhythm in Latin-style ballroom never failed to liven up her day. Ballroom is normally done with a partner, so she invites you to dance along with her from your seats. Tonight, Arlene will be performing a cha-cha samba entitled Fireball. Please welcome Arlene Pasquale.
Mr. Worldwide to infinity, you know the roof on fire. We gon' boogie, oogie, oogie, jiggle, wiggle, and dance like the roof on fire. Tell her, baby, 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 I'm on fire. I tell her, baby, 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 I'm a fireball. I'm a fireball.
All right, we are now to contestant number 8 in talent, Andrea Nilsson. Growing up growing up, Andrea was very involved in extracurricular activities. Some of these activities included competitive cheerleading, modern and ballroom dancing, a cappella choir, and her favorite, which was orchestra. Andrea has played the viola for 8 years and spent 3 years in the Philharmonic Orchestra, where she was orchestra president. Andrea is playing an excerpt from this evening for us from The Swan by Saint Saw. Please welcome contestant number 8, Andrea Nielsen. Very good. All right. Contestant number 9 is Era Jerome. When Era first learned to play guitar, she would take it to every family or friend activity. She would play and sing to everyone. If an unknown neighbor stopped by, she made sure to give them a performance. When she was younger, she loved to record herself and post it on social media. When she was old enough to recognize that she needed a lot more practice, what did she do? She quickly deleted all the posts that she had made on social media. Although she doesn't serenade everyone anymore, playing the guitar is still one of her favorite activities. Because of her love for guitar, she has been able to share the guitar with others by teaching free lessons to children in her community. Please welcome contestant number 9, Era Giroux, performing Butterflies.
I was just coasting, never really going anywhere. Caught up in a web, I was getting kinda used to staying there. And out of the blue, I fell for you. Now you're lifting me up instead of holding me down. Still in my heart, instead of still in my crown. Untangle all the strings around my wings that were tied. I didn't know him and I didn't know me. Cloud 9 was always out of reach. And now I remember what it feels like to fly. You give me butterflies. You give me butterflies.
Very good. Thank you, Era. And for our final number in talent, we will bring back out contestant number 3, Marin Klein. Marin fell in love with performance before she could walk. She is minoring in harp and is an accomplished harpist, pianist, and is classically trained in opera. She was the Woods Cross High School Sterling Scholar for vocal performance and chosen soloist for the National Honors Choir at Carnegie Hall in New York City. A few years ago, Marin went to Malaga, Spain, and fell in love with the flamenco music. Tonight, Marin will perform her own arrangement of the Baroque Flamenco by Deborah Hanson Conant. Listen for the sound of the guitar, the percussion heel, movement of the dancer, and the melodic line of the singer as Marin embodies the flamenco style through her performance on the harp. Please welcome again Marin Klein, contestant number 3. All right, and that concludes the outstanding talent portion of this competition for this evening. So thank you again, ladies. Let's give them a round of applause. They are so amazingly talented. Now, these girls could not do this without a lot of support and amazing parents. So parents, you should be proud of your talented daughters and their performances this evening. In fact, we would like to recognize you, the parents of Miss Provo contestants. So if we could please have the house lights up again. Thank you. And have the parents of the Miss Provo contestants competing this evening please stand up. Thank you, parents.
We would like to give another thanks to our many wonderful sponsors. And I hope I say these all right because back there Landon was telling me that I say Dillard's, Dillards. So we'll see. The first one is New Skin, Freedom Festival of Provo, Rock Canyon Pharmacy, Sierra Shell, Pro Digital Photo, Dillard's, Riverside Country Club, Maggleby's Fresh, Provo City Recreation Center, Orange Julius and Villa Pizza, Yogurtland, Stampin' Up, Utah Valley Chamber of Commerce, Freedom Credit Union, and many others in our program. Take a look and go visit one of them and tell them thanks. It helps us so they will continue to support Miss Provo Scholarship Organization. It lets them know that their contribution was noticed. Thanks again to all of our awesome sponsors.
You said every single one of those sponsors correctly. Way to go.
Thanks.
Amazing.
Practice.
And yes, thank you to the sponsors. These events would not take place without large support from those sponsors. Okay, so this year has gone by fast. I think you'd agree, right?
Yes.
Serving as Miss Provo 2017. So it seems like yesterday that you were crowned here tonight on this stage. Lakin, can you tell us all about your year of service and your platform and anything in that realm you'd like to share?
Yes. So we participated in a lot of events for the 4th of July, the American Freedom Festival, including the parade, the gala, the Balloon Fest, the Patriotic Service, and judging the Children's Parade. It was all so much fun. My most favorite memory, I guess, it was kind of traumatic, but I was riding in the hot air balloon, and we were the only balloon to actually take off due to the weather, and we probably shouldn't have been in the air at that point. Anyway, we couldn't find a place to land, and so it took us quite a while. They thought they found us a spot, and we were skidding on the ground, literally, like it was just gravel, and we were on the side just skidding, and I had bruises on me. I was on Facebook Live at the time, so everyone was watching. It was quite embarrassing, but anyway, to add to it, we got locked in a fenced area. So we were stuck there for a long time, and I was supposed to go visit my great aunt for the first time ever. I was late, so that was awkward, you can imagine. But that was a lot of fun. The other thing that was my favorite was the shoe drive. I collected shoes for Burkina Faso, Africa, and I collected over 14,000 pairs of shoes. So, yeah. It was a lot of fun, and my parents sure loved all of those shoes being in our shed, so thank you for that. My platform is Something to Smile About. It's all about oral health, and I've enjoyed my time being able to go to the schools. I worked with the Turn community and was able to put on an event for over 200 disabled adults and just talk about the basics of oral health. So overall, it's been an amazing, very busy, but very rewarding year.
Wow, what an amazing year you've had, memorable, and congratulations on implementing your platform in such a meaningful, impactful way. With the shoes to the dental hygiene, and just having being such a positive influence in the community.
Thanks.
You will do amazing at Miss Utah, I have no doubt, and you are what makes this program so great. Thank you. Okay, so let's move on now to the on-stage question portion of the evening. In this phase, judges look for each contestant's ability to answer the questions and her stage presence to be a spokesperson for the program. Judges are not scoring based on their agreement with the answer, rather how the contestant articulates her answer to the question. Each contestant will now answer 2 questions on stage. The first question will be about her platform of community service, and the second question will be drawn at random from our question bowl. Scary.
It is scary.
This will give them the opportunity to see, give you the opportunity to see a little bit of what the judges see in the private interview, which took place earlier today. This part of the competition accounts for 20% of the overall score. The interview portion of the pageant total 45% of each contestant's total score, both together. It's clear they obviously want a very intelligent winner, and that's amazing, and that's wonderful. Let us go ahead and learn about our contestants' platforms. Lakin and the 2018 contestants, please welcome them. All right, contestant number 1, we have Cassie Evelyn.
Cassie, your platform is titled Breaking Down Cultural Barriers. What is an example of a cultural barrier you've seen in Provo, and how can we break it down?
One major cultural barrier that I have seen here in Provo is a language barrier. And when there isn't a language barrier, then it's much easier to understand someone, their culture, their emotions, and the way that they communicate with others. And so when I learned Spanish, it allowed me to get to know people and their culture in a more intimate way. And I felt like that really helped me to get to know them in a way that was more personal and also helped me enjoy their culture more because I could interact as a full person.
Thank you.
Let me grab the question.
Cassie, do you believe that Congress representatives should have term limits?
I believe that our representatives are chosen and voted on because they are knowledgeable in their areas and also because they have that gumption that it takes to run for office. And when they are called into office, then they are able to develop a more professional and public face, and they focus their time on listening to their constituents. And I am a political science major, and this semester I was in the state and local politics class, and we talked about how generally our representatives, they listen to what their constituents want, and how it doesn't really matter how long the term limits are, because generally the pattern follows that the representatives choose what the constituency wants. And so even though we might think, well, if we pick someone and then they're in office forever, they might not listen to what the actual opinions are of the people, we see that it is generally the case that they do listen. And so I would say that we don't have to have necessarily constituency limits on who our representatives are, and that they will listen to us, and eventually we will have our voice heard.
Thank you.
Please welcome contestant number 2, Emily Roberts.
Emily, your platform is titled Eating Disorder Prevention, Treatment, and Awareness. How can we create a culture that prevents eating disorders?
In my opinion, it all starts with body positivity. Body positivity is a universal virtue. It should be applied to anyone regardless of gender, age, background. And so I think it's something that we should start circulating starting now. We need to start positive body images for our children, for our friends, for our family, for our neighbors, everyone we possibly can. So honestly, I think it all starts with our opinion and what we hear in our head and changing the thoughts that we have to positive ones.
Thank you. Let me grab a question.
That's one.
What is one positive and one negative element of the Me Too movement?
Honestly, in my opinion, I don't see any negative aspect to it. The Me Too movement has brought so many issues to light. Everyone who thought their voices were silenced are now having a voice. And honestly, I feel like transparency is the best way to begin in the workplace, in the home, in the family. And the Me Too movement has brought so many issues to attention, and it just shows how broad the spectrum of sexual harassment is and how much we need to address it.
Thank you, Emily.
Please welcome contestant number 3, Marin Klein.
Marin, your platform is titled Navigating the Digital Highway. How can parents teach their children to use social media responsibly?
That is a wonderful question. There are a couple ideas that I have on this, and one is don't let your kids use the phone after 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. It's scary when they have it with them at night. I would also suggest don't let them have it in school. There have been reports of people getting messages during school from people that they don't know on Snapchat, on Instagram, and asking them to do things that aren't good. So I would set some boundaries with the parents and with the students that would create clearer, clearer rules on that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is healthcare a right or a privilege?
Everyone is entitled to basic health care for their needs. If you're an indignant person, that needs to come through one way or another. But for everything that you have, something needs to be paid for. Nothing is free in that sense. And so, yes, it is a basic right, but no, we are not entitled to it in that sense. And it needs to come through some way, whether it is through Medicaid that it is paid for or through a third party in that sense. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Maren.
Please welcome contestant number 4, Samantha Paredes.
Samantha, your platform is titled Erasing the Stigma of Mental Illness Starts Yesterday. What can be done in Provo to eliminate the stigma surrounding mental illness?
Well, the reason that I titled it Erasing the Stigma of Mental Illness Starts Yesterday is because I was diagnosed with anxiety when I was 11, and it was a really scary thing. And I remember going to school and having panic attacks and watching, seeing my classmates watch me have this happen to me and just, being so confused and looking at me like some sort of freak. And the thing is, none of them had ever heard of mental illness, and I hadn't heard of mental illness until I was diagnosed with one. And so I think it's really important that we educate elementary schoolers and middle school aged children about mental illness and mental health and give them access to the resources that they need then before it gets worse as they get older.
Great, thank you. Pick up a question. Should students in the public education system say the phrase "under God" in the Pledge of Allegiance?
No, I don't think they should, because the reason for that is we live in a country of religious freedom. It's one of the most important things about this country. And with the phrase "under God," it signifies, it's mostly based off of the Christian God. Now, that's not all of the religions in this country, but that's mostly what it's based off of, and so it makes Christianity seem like it's more important. And there's also people who don't believe in any type of God or many gods, whether you're atheist or you're Hindu. And so, no, I don't think it should be, because it's not representative of all the religions or non-religious people that are in America.
Thank you, Samantha.
Thank you.
Here we go. Contestant number 5, Natalie Wixom.
Natalie, your platform is titled Healthy is for Everybody. How can we overcome the media's influence of what a perfect body looks like?
I think it's understanding what you're seeing in the media. Our brains are so powerful, they remember the images that we see. So if we're looking at these images and we're thinking, oh, I want to be like them, then we need to stop and think, okay, why did they post this image? What was their message behind it? Was it to inspire? Was it to have other people engaged? So I think teaching people how to look at social media differently is how we're going to change the topic of body image.
Great, thank you. Go ahead and pick a question. Is political correctness a good or a bad thing?
I think that we all should have our own ideas and opinions, but I think there's a way that we can speak respectfully to one another.
Thank you, Natalie.
Contestant number 6, Julia da Silva.
Julia, your platform is titled Us, United as One. How can citizens of Provo create a welcoming culture for immigrants?
The last psychology book that I read says something about it, and I'd like to quote it for you guys. And it starts, "If you do not want what I want, please try not to tell me that my one is wrong. If my beliefs are different than yours, at least pause before you set out to correct them. If my emotions seem less or more intense than yours, please try not to ask me to feel other than I do. If I act or fail to act in your manner of design for action, please let me be. I do not, for the moment at least, ask you to understand me. That will only come when you're willing to give up trying to change me into a copy of you. Not that you embrace my ways as right for you, but that you're no longer irritated or disappointed with me because of my seeming waywardness. And one day, perhaps, in trying to understand me, you'll come to prize my differences. And far from seeking to change me, might preserve and even cherish those differences. I may be your spouse, your parent, your offspring, your friend, your colleague, but whatever relation this I know, you and I are fundamentally different, and both of us have to march to our own drummer. Therefore, I think everyone here in Provo should learn to let everyone be themselves. We are different and we are necessary. Our differences are needed to make society function.
Thank you, Julia. Discovery question. Do you believe in global warming? If so, what can we do to prevent it?
Yes, I do believe in global warming, and one of the great ways to prevent it is just to take care of your own world. We are not just Americans or Africans or Brazilians. This is our world, and we should take care of it. And we produce and we destroy with that production. So if we learn to recycle or just take care of what we use, that's going to be a great help.
Thank you, Julia.
Thank you.
Contestant number 7, Arlene Pasquale.
Arlene, your platform is titled Define Your Line, Relationship Abuse Prevention. What potential warning signs can someone look for to avoid an abusive relationship?
So every relationship is going to be a little bit different, and everyone's going to define their line a little bit different. Obviously, the main ones are going to be physical abuse. So if they put their hands on you, that's a huge warning sign. Please get out of that relationship. If they are yelling at you, so verbal abuse, that's a really big one too. That one can be anything from calling each other names that are unwelcome, raising your voice when it's unwelcome. So those are kind of just some basic ones, but every relationship is going to be a little bit different.
Thank you. Let's grab a question. Do you support the legalization of medical marijuana in the state of Utah?
I do. For medical purposes, I think it's necessary for a lot of different conditions, and I think that if it helps people, then that's something that we should be able to legalize and have available for those people.
Thank you, Arlene.
Contestant number 8, Andrea Nielsen.
Andrea, your platform is titled Mental Health Awareness. What's the most effective resource in Provo for educating our community about mental health?
I would say talking to those who have experienced it, those who are older than us who know what they're talking about. Teachers are a great resource if you're in school. Parents, usually they're a great resource to go to no matter what, and I think those are two of the biggest ones.
Thank you. Let me grab a question. How do you define feminism, and do you consider yourself a feminist?
Feminism is equal rights between gender, and absolutely, I'm a feminist. Women's rights are just as important as men's, equal opportunities, and why wouldn't I be?
Thank you.
And now for our final contestant, number 9, please welcome Era Giroux.
Era, your platform is titled Safety is no accident. Besides texting, what is the biggest distraction Provo drivers face, and how can we prevent that?
There are so many distractions that we face driving. Some of those include eating, messing with the radio, looking at ourselves in the mirror. If we have friends in the car, it's really easy to be distracted by them. And there are so many ways to prevent that. And what I've been able to do to encourage people to prevent it is go to driver's ed classes and share my story in a presentation and encourage teens to drive undistracted. Thanks.
Thank you. Go ahead and grab a question.
Can I peek before I pull it out? Just kidding. Only one. All right. Maybe I get a few questions.
She's like, only give me one, please.
There were a couple attached to that.
Is it appropriate for the NFL to require all players on the field to stand during the national anthem?
Absolutely. I think that they should. The NFL players play football in America. Their wages, their fame, all comes from America, and they represent this country by playing football in it. So I definitely think that they should.
Thank you, Era.
Thank you.
Excellent. Well done, Lakin and ladies. Amazing at their skills when it comes to interview. And with that concludes our onstage question portion of the competition. They did an amazing job thinking on their feet and discussing their important service platforms. The Miss America program exists to provide personal and professional opportunities for young women and to promote their voices in culture, politics, and community. The program provides a forum for today's young women to express their viewpoints, talents, and accomplishments to audiences. The Miss America organization is one of the nation's leading achievement programs and the world's largest scholarship provider for young women. I love that. In 2007, the Miss America organization chose the Children's Miracle Network hospitals as its national platform. Since the partnership began, they have raised over $13 million for Children's Miracle Network hospitals and the Miss America Scholarship. The scholarships earned can only be used toward their education, as all scholarship money is paid directly to the college, university, or trade school of their choice. We have very accomplished young women, as you can see tonight, who have served as Miss Provo in the past. Most of them are mothers, which is an accomplishment in and of itself, but we have a neurosurgeon, architects, nurses, public relation executives, broadcasters, teachers, researchers, cosmetologists, estheticians, attorneys, and much more. Lakin Hemsley, my partner in crime this evening, will be playing for us Toccata by Aram Khachaturian. By definition, a toccata is a freestyle piece characterized by full chords, rapid runs, and high harmonies. Khachaturian's toccata does not disappoint. Hitting almost every key on the piano, this lively, strong piece is a rush of entertainment. Please now enjoy as Lakin plays for us Toccata. Amazing job, Lakin. You are so talented, and you will represent Provo so well at Miss Utah in just a couple of weeks. And that is what I'd like to talk about for a moment, Miss Utah. This competition will be held June 13th through the 16th, coming right up, and it will be at the Capitol Theater in Salt Lake. You can get your tickets at artix.com. That is ARTIX.com. And I know Lakin would love your support and a big cheering section that week. This is something kind of neat. The first appearance for Miss Utah, the Miss Utah contestants that week, will be held here in Provo in the Riverwoods on Monday evening, June 11th, with the Show Me Your Shoes parade. It is a parade where all the contestants design shoes that represent a little aspect of their different cities, counties, or which represents their platforms of interest. If you have never seen a pair of 6-inch heels turned into mining boots, then this is maybe an event you don't want to miss. I've seen some pretty amazing ideas, and it's worth it. It's worth seeing. Lakin's shoes this year will be representing her platform, and they're good. She will be dressed like a tooth fairy. She chose this because of her passion for good dental hygiene, which is right in line with her platform. After this parade, and they do throw candy at the parade, FYI, there is music and dancing in the streets for a little fun before the contestants start their 4 days of competition for the actual Miss Utah pageant. It's really exciting that this all begins here in Provo. Everyone and anyone is invited to this kickoff, and there is no cost for it. The contestants have been working hard for the past 7 weeks, as you can tell thus far in the competition, wouldn't you say? Very impressive. So now let's go ahead and take a look at our 2017 contestants.
You stumble through your days, got your head hung low, your sky's a shade of gray, like a zombie in a maze. You're asleep inside, but you can't shake awake, 'cause you're just a dead man walking, thinking that's your only option. But you can flip the switch and brighten up your darkest day. Sun is up and the colors blinding, take a world and redefine it. Leave behind your narrow mind, you'll never be the same. Come alive, go and light your light, let it burn so bright, reaching up to the sky, and it's open wide, you're electrified. The world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. And you know you can't go back again to the world that you were living in, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. So come alive. I see it in your eyes. You believe that lie, that you need to hide your face, afraid to step outside, so you lock the door. But don't you stay that way. No more living in no shadows. You and me, we know how that goes. 'Cause once you see it, oh, you'll never, never be the same. You feel life is shining, bottle up to keep on shining. You can prove there's more to you. You cannot be afraid. To the sky.
What an incredible video. On that note, it looks like we are ready to start the last portion of our competition this evening, which is the evening wear.
Evening wear is a favorite category for many people. The evening wear competition is designed for the contestant to make an on-stage statement of her compelling charm, presence, personality, and grace. Her composure and allure must be projected across the footlights. The evening wear should complement the young woman's individual style as well as her personality expressed in the total look. This portion counts for 15% of the overall score. So let's get started. Contestant number 1, Cassie Evelyn. Cassie is the daughter of Robert and Raina Evelyn, and the second of 7 children. She's a political science student at Brigham Young University. In school, she served as the National Honor Society president. She is a vegetarian and a great cook. She loves exercise and yoga with her sisters. She served in the San Juan, Puerto Rico mission during the recent hurricanes and experienced the trauma of being an emergency evacuee. Filled with compassion for her Puerto Rican friends, she is coordinating a youth exchange program this summer with local Utah families. Since being home, Cassie has researched natural disasters and economic recovery. She loves the power of statistics and hopes to use it as a tool to improve future public policy. Cassie is escorted tonight by Abby Waller, the daughter of Doug and Christy Gunnell. Thank you, contestant number 1, Cassie Evelyn.
Contestant number 2 is Emily Roberts. Emily is the daughter of Lori and Carl Roberts and a proud older sister to Ty and LJ. She's a junior at Brigham Young University studying international relations in the Middle East and minoring in ballroom dance and potentially creative writing. She speaks French, Arabic, and Farsi. She hopes to one day publish a fiction novel for young adults after graduating from law school and before becoming Secretary of State. Her little miss this evening is Emerson Davis, daughter of Nate and Kavan Davis. Thank you, contestant number 2, Emily Roberts.
Contestant number 3, Marin Klein. Marin is the daughter of Russell Klein and Malou Stewart Klein. She is a junior at Brigham Young University studying news media broadcast journalism, minoring in music and doing an entrepreneurial certificate. She is currently an anchor and producer for BYU 11 News on KBYU 11. Marin just completed her reign serving as the 2017 Days of 47 Queen, in which she had the opportunity of participating, speaking, and performing at over 85 events. Marin is a musician, social media marketer, and video editor in a music group called 3 Reds. She has been able to promote her platform, navigating the digital highway through the mission of her music group. Marin is escorted by her little miss, Mary Nichols, the daughter of Jim and Jody Nichols. And I think it's actually Mari, sorry. Thank you, Marin.
Contestant number 4 is Samantha Paredes. Samantha is the daughter of Luis and Lejia Paredes, Latin American immigrants from Ecuador. that came to the United States in 1999. Her hobbies include playing the piano, writing, baking, and composing music. She recently graduated from Timpview High School and plans to attend Westminster College in the fall, majoring in music. Samantha is escorted this evening by Annabelle Bramble, daughter of Jeff and Rebecca Bramble. Thank you, contestant number 4, Samantha Paredes.
Contestant number 5, Natalie Wixom. Natalie is the daughter of Charles and Diane Wixom. Natalie has a passion for learning. After earning her associate's degree from Utah Valley University, she chose to further her education at Brigham Young University and is currently obtaining a degree in athletic training. After receiving her bachelor's degree, Natalie plans to attend graduate school where she will receive her master's degree in physician assistant studies. Her dream is to work at a children's hospital assisting in orthopedic surgeries. When Natalie is not studying, she enjoys coaching Provo City track and field, watching Grey's Anatomy, running, and being with her friends and family. Natalie loves her platform, Healthy is for Everybody, and enjoys sharing her message to help others have a positive body image by living a healthy lifestyle. Natalie is escorted today by Samara Bickman, daughter of Ben and Cheryl Bickman. Thank you, Natalie.
Contestant number 6 is Julia da Silva. Julia was raised by her best friends, her mom, her siblings, and a dog. Those people were the ones that had the greatest impact on her journey. But Julia considers herself grateful for all the other ones that also crossed her path, from friends and neighbors to teachers and church leaders. These people taught her lessons that she will carry for life. She is a graduate from Timpview High School and is going to start her major in psychology at the University of Utah in the fall. Her aspirations in life include getting a master's degree in social psychology and starting her own family and giving back to the world what they blessed her with. Julia's little miss this evening is Elizabeth Bickman, daughter of Benjamin and Cheryl Bickman. Thank you, Julia.
Contestant number 7, Arlene Pasquale. Arlene is the daughter of Hector and Alma Pasquale. She is the second oldest of 5 children and is soon to be the shortest of them all. Arlene is a student at Utah Valley University and plans to become an adult probation and parole officer once she finishes school. She loves working as an advocate for survivors of domestic violence and feels it is the toughest yet most rewarding job she has ever had. When Arlene is not studying or working, you can find her running the mountain trails. Arlene is accompanied tonight by her adorable little miss, Aseneth Flores, daughter of Miguel and Seda Flores. Thank you, Arlene.
Contestant number 8, Andrea Nilsson. Andrea is the daughter of Phyllis and the late Eric Nilsson. Family is very important to Andrea. She was born and raised in Provo, Utah. She is the youngest of 5 children. Andrea has 2 nieces and 1 nephew. She is currently enrolled at Brigham Young University, where she plans to graduate with a degree in English education and hopes to become a high school English teacher. Andrea works at Elisa's Bridal and Formal, where she helps customers find the dress of their dreams. When Andrea is not working or in school, you can find her driving around with her friends, jamming out to their favorite songs. This evening, Andrea is accompanied by Caroline Johnson, daughter of Joseph and Rebecca Johnson. Thank you, Andrea. Contestant number 8. Contestant number 9, Era Jerome. Era was raised here in Provo. She has been a Provo City employee for the last 4 years. Era loves what Provo represents and is proud to be part of this community. She is the second oldest out of 8 kids in her family. 5 of them are under the age of 5. She has learned from having so many little ones around her that she loves little children. Era graduated high school with high honors and completed high school only a few credits short of her college associate's degree. She was accepted into a science program at Utah Valley University. This has given her a love for science. She plans to get her degree in biology and then a doctorate in dentistry. Era is the daughter of Genesee and Jason Brotherson. Era is accompanied this evening by her little miss, which is her little sister, JC Brotherson, daughter of Genesee and Jason Brotherson. Thank you, Era. Contestant number 9 and final contestant, which concludes our evening wear portion of the competition. Let's now have all the contestants come back out on stage for one final look. Let's hear it for your favorite contestant. And how about those little misses? Aren't they adorable? All right, ladies, we would like to now excuse everyone, and we will continue the program and see you soon. Well, we will now be pleasured to watch a slideshow of Lakin Hemsley's final year of service as Miss Provo. So please enjoy.
This is for all you girls about 13. be so mean. Hold on to your innocence. Stand your ground when everybody's giving in. This one's for the girls. This is for all you girls about 25. In little apartments, just trying to get by. Living on dreams and SpaghettiOs. Wondering where your life is gonna go. This one's for the girls who've ever had a broken heart, who've wished upon a shooting star. You're beautiful the way you are. This one's for the girls who love without holding back, who dream with everything they have all around the world. This one's for the girls. This one's for all the girls. This is for all you girls about 42. Tossing pennies into the fountain of youth. Every laugh line on your face made you who you are today. This one's for the girls who've ever had a broken heart, who've wished upon a shooting star. You're beautiful the way you are. This one's for the girls who love without holding back, who dream with everything they have all around the world. This one's for the girls. Yeah, we're all the same inside. Same inside. From 1 to 99. This one's for the girls who've ever had a broken heart, who've wished upon a shooting star. You're beautiful the way you are. This one's for the girls who love without holding back, who dream with everything they have all around the world. Yeah, this one's for the girls. This one's for all the girls. Yeah, this one's for the girls. This one's for all the girls.
Memories fade, but they're never lost. Colors change with time and change of heart. If I hold on to the memories and use them to guide me, will you be right here beside me? Everything I know is behind me. I'm starting a new life. I just don't want to say goodbye. Sun has set on everything we know. Friends we've made, I don't want to let go. After everything that we have learned, it's our time now, it's our turn. If I hold on to the memories and use them to guide me, will you be right here beside me? Everything I know is behind me. I'm starting a new life. I just don't want to say goodbye. The lights go dim as we suddenly see it's time to find who we're meant to be. We couldn't wait for this to end. Now we wish we can start again. If I hold on to the memories and use them to guide me, will you be right here beside me? Everything I know is behind me. I'm starting a new life. I just don't want to say goodbye.
Miss Provo 2017, Lakin Hemsley, is escorted this evening by her father, Lance Hemsley. Please welcome them both.
What a ride it has been this year as Miss Provo. The moments have sped by too fast. I love our city and our citizens. The opportunity to serve Provo City has been my privilege. The experiences I have had and the people I have met have been invaluable. When serving, I came to know just how many selfless volunteers and city officials there are that use their energy to make our corner of the world a better place. Provo has provided many avenues for me to learn. What an honor it has been to be able to rub shoulders with so many wonderful people who have helped me to grow. In my tenure as Miss Provo, I gained a greater respect for servicemen and women who have fought for our beautiful country and have provided us with the protection and freedoms we have today. I am filled with emotion whenever I see our great flag. I felt privileged to have led the pledge and participated in the mayor's inauguration. I was deeply touched to be able to participate in the Veterans Assembly at Timpview High School. The great love of our country is so evident in our city and culminates with the Freedom Festival. It was an honor to participate in and witness the Freedom Festival. It truly was incredible. Provo really knows how to throw a party. Thank you. To my Miss Provo court, Cassidy and Arlene, I wouldn't have wanted to spend this year of service with anyone else. These ladies are incredible. Thanks to them, 2017 was definitely a year to remember. The Provo Balloon Fest was a morning I will never forget, even the crash landing. Who would have thought that no one was coming to find us? Thank you, Robin, for finally coming to save me. One of my favorite things about holding the title of Miss Provo has been encouraging young girls to grow up to be strong, successful women. No dream is too big or too far out of reach. I will always try to live an exemplary life and allocate my full efforts to motivating, lifting, and supporting each and every girl to reach for the stars. As Shania Twain would say, let's go, girls. My classmates from Fortis College of Dental Hygiene and I had the opportunity to work with the Turn organization in planning and carrying out an oral health day for over 200 disabled adults. We had so much fun helping them to give them something to smile about. Use your smile to change the world. Don't let the world change your smile. The 4 points of the crown represent style, service, scholarship, and success. My personal favorite is and has always been service. This year, I was able to participate in a shoe drive for the people of Burkina Faso, Africa. Overall, I collected 14,617 pairs of shoes. the Now I Can 5K run, the BYU homecoming parade, where we had to run a block and catch up with our float and ran out of candy after the first block. Ribbon cuttings, wrapping Christmas presents with my Miss Utah sisters for Habitat for Humanity, helping at the Veterans Honor Ball with my sister queens, judging the Mr. Inspiration pageant, sharing my platform by visiting schools and teaching the children the basics of oral health, Mommy and Me Expo, raising money for Children's Miracle Network by participating in IHOP's National Pancake Day, and having a lemonade stand with my little miss are etched in my memory of my year as Miss Provo. What an honor it has been. Thank you, Provo, for a year I will never forget. Your 2017 Miss Provo, Lakin Hemsley.
We now want to welcome Mayor Michelle Kafusi, Robin Pullum, and Susan Bramble to make a very special presentation.
What a great group of young ladies we've had tonight, isn't it?
And the judges are going to have a tough decision because we fell in love with all of them, so we all think they should be winners.
Yes. Okay, we're going to go on to the awarding of the scholarships for our 2017 royalty.
Okay. Do you want to thank them for their service?
Sure.
I know when you get a chance to say thank you, you never turn it down. So this is just a great opportunity to say thank you for all their hard work and service that they've put into for this past year, and just let them know how much the city appreciates them because they do represent us. So it's a great big thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, there you go.
All right, Arlene Pasquale was second attendant this past year and earned a scholarship of $750. Congratulations. And Cassidy Wallstad, who is not with us this evening, was the first attendant and earned a scholarship of $1,500. And then our queen, Lakin Hemsley, Miss Provo 2017, has earned a scholarship of $3,000 that she will use to finish her dental hygienist degree. She also receives a full tuition scholarship to Taylor Andrews Cosmetology School. We wish all of you the best in your lives and with continuing educational pursuits.
And I just want to take a minute to thank Susie and Robin. They've been incredible directors. They do so much for this program, and a lot of it is behind doors. I can't think of the right saying, but no one can see it, and they do so much work, and I'm so grateful for them. So let's give them a round of applause as well.
Yeah, thank you also, Mayor Kafusi and the Provo City Council. We appreciate your support for this Miss Provo Scholarship Organization. As mentioned before, the council members and the mayor have been so helpful this year with the finances, as well as taking time to come and to do mock interviews with the contestants and to help get us to where we are tonight. So thank you again for all of your support. All right, Lakin will be representing us, as we've mentioned as well, as Miss Provo here at the Miss Utah competition in 2 weeks. We know she'll do an amazing job and wish her all of the best. And we also have a special presentation to our outgoing royalty from Goldsmith Jewelers. To the outgoing 2017 royalty, they will receive a pearl necklace valued at $130 to thank them for their year of service and wish them the very best in all of their future endeavors. Thank you so much, Goldsmith Jewelers. You always support us so much. And Will Feller is the owner of Goldsmiths, and he has been serving and supporting the people of Provo for over 40 years now. Thank you, Will, for your generosity and continuing to support this Miss Provo program. We would also like to thank Goldsmith for the generous gifts for the judges as well this evening, which you will love. All right, let's go ahead now and welcome back our Miss Provo contestants to the stage. All right, are we ready to go? Okay, our first award this evening goes to the contestant who sold the most tickets for the pageant tonight. That is important because it helps us pay for the facilities tonight. And this award goes to contestant number 9, Erica Giroux. Also to be noted, Era also sold the most ad pages in your program. All right, next we would like to present the award to the contestant who raised the most money for the Children Miracles Network, which is an organization that is supported nationwide by the Miss American contestants. And that award goes to Julia De Silva. Julia was able to raise $528, so thank you very much. Tonight we will present 2 special awards, and thank you again to Goldsmith Jewelers for all of your generous support. The first award is the Director's Award, and this award goes to the contestant who has been willing to help the other contestants. Her paperwork was turned in early or on time, and she was willing to help with anything we asked her to do. This award is chosen by the Miss Provo Pageant Committee, and this award goes to Andrea Nielsen. The second award this evening is the Spirit Award, and it goes to the girl who has been to every workshop with a smile on her face and who went out of her way to help others feel accepted and was a positive, friendly influence throughout the pageant experience. This award was voted on by all the contestants. And this year's award goes to contestant number 4, Samantha Paredes, and Natalie Wixom. It was a tie. All right, the new Miss Provo will take over the duties and responsibilities of representing Provo City in parades, ribbon cuttings, city and state events, and representing Provo at the Miss Utah pageant, of course. Please do not come up on the stage tonight until all the official photographs have been taken. Thank you so much with your compliance there. And now is the moment we have all been waiting for. May I have the envelope, please? I just had to say that. I knew you were right there, but I just had to have the envelope. All right. Are you guys excited to see what's in here? Let's hear it. Are you guys excited? Well, let me open this up. All right. A couple awards, of course, here. We will have a second runner-up, a first runner-up, and, of course, a crown. A little bit nervous. It all comes down to this. All right. Okay, here we go. Our second runner-up will earn a $1,000 scholarship. And our second runner-up is contestant number 9, Era Giroux.
She didn't want to be in it. Robin, we've got a problem here. Robin? Yeah. Robin?
All right, let's pause for a moment. So who here has seen The Greatest Showman movie?
Let's go down here.
You know, my only regret is that I did not attend one of the sing-alongs. Did any of you? Oh, come on. Maybe we should have one after. Let's do a sing-along right here. Can we do that? Okay. That's what I thought.
This is the greatest show. You're welcome.
Excellent. So Lakin, we hope this wouldn't happen.
We did.
No, we
But I threatened. I said, do not make me tell a joke. I'll do anything but a joke.
So let's hear
I know
that
I
joke.
have one.
Thank you. Let's hear that joke. Well, okay, so are you ready for Miss Utah?
Yeah, I'm so excited for Miss Utah.
2 weeks.
Yeah. I think it's less than. Girls, how many days? 9 days. Yeah. So.
That's exciting. Ready or not?
We're down
here
to
it
the
comes.
wire, yeah. We're going.
And your shoes
My
ready?
roommate's up there. I'm really excited about that. I love you.
Excellent. Okay, and your shoes are ready for the Show Me Your Shoes parade?
No, not yet.
You better get to it. You got work to do.
I know they're gonna be probably purple, so that's exciting. Purple for dental hygiene, right?
And how about your interview skills?
Yeah, I mean, let's not ask the judges today, right? Just kidding, I love interview. But I may have done a timeout today. I went like that during the interview. Timeout! Okay. Anyway. Wanted a timeout right now. Okay. Sweating.
So tell us why you like those crumble cookies so much.
Let me tell you guys about crumble cookies, all right?
I think we need to explain what happened. I'm going to go take away her crown and sash. We're gonna
Okay.
start over.
We have some explaining to do. There has been a small complication, and we will explain, we promise. We want to get this right.
She's still. All right, and now we'll talk about the cookies.
This is getting exciting. Now I'm sweating.
So, who here has tried crumble by raise of hands? Whoa! Someone is not very nice out in the audience, but we'll continue. They're delicious, first of all.
And then I think we should explain what happened.
So let me tell you what happened here. One of our so we have the option to choose if we want to be an attendant or not. And so, right, is this what I'm explaining? So someone had put they did not want to be and they were an attendant. So we're just going to rearrange some things.
What we do is if they don't want to serve as an attendant, we feel that if you announce them on stage, it's not fair to the girl that ends up serving. And so we want to make sure the right ones get crowned. So they're just rearranging things a little bit. And
But we're ready. We're going to start again.
Here we go.
Rewind. Here we
Okay,
go.
let's go. Okay, let's make sure we... Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
So this is second. Okay, well, let's try this again. Let's get it right this time. We want to make sure we get this right. This is important. And you guys want this right as well, correct? Okay. All right, so thank you for your patience, and we apologize for this small mishap, but we will get this right. Okay, again, the second attendant for this year and winner of the $1,000 scholarship is contestant number 2, Emily Roberts. Okay, Emily, go ahead and give that back now. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I had to make light of it. You keep that. We're keeping this. All right, and now the first attendant, and winner of $1,500 scholarship is contestant number 9, Era Jerome. Okay, and for the moment you've all been waiting for, here we go. Our new Miss Provo 2018 and winner of a $3,000 scholarship is contestant number 3, Marin Klein.
This is the greatest show. Impossible comes true. It's taking over you. This is the greatest show. We light it up. We won't come down. And the walls can't stop us now. Watching it come true. It's taking over you. 'Cause everything you want is right in front of you. And you see the impossible is coming true. And the walls can't stop us now.
All right, thank you everyone for coming this evening. Have a great night. Please drive home safely, and we hope to see you again next year. Thanks for your support.
You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor.